But Ryusei Azemoto, who has put in some decent averages over the last 12 months, the Japanese, in the Asian Championship. Ryusei Azemoto from Japan, 30 years of age, winner of 7 PDC titles in all. But Luke Humphries, well, if it wasn't for his namesake, Mr. Littler, then Luke would still be top of the tree in world darts. And he did pick up the Premier League title last year, as well as a couple of tournaments abroad, like the World Series of Darts title in New York last year, where he beat his great mate Nathan Aspinall. And he's been on the European tour as well in the past few months. So,
first leg, Ryusei to throw first.
Ryusei Azemoto doing his shoelaces up.
Game on.
And you're quite a fan of this guy's action, Mark Webster, the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, I think there's a real player in there. He needs time, but I like his action, I like his style. There was opportunities against Stephen in Bahrain, just didn't take them. But if he can piece it together here, and Luke Humphries is at his best, he could pose problems for Luke.
He was another of those players last week who was not what he should have been on the outer ring. Hit just 2 of 17 attempts at double in losing 6-2 to Stephen Bunting. Hit more ton-plus scores than Bunty that night, though. So the heavy scoring can be there. We know what Humphries is about time and time again.
Big
39 titles in all.
Yeah, big start to the year coming up for Luke Humphries. He heads from here to Milton Keynes, to the World Masters, looks to defend his title, and gets his teeth sunk into defending his Premier League title, but will want a big year, being dethroned as the world #1. You want to come back with some big performances as he finds his first big visit of this contest, Humphries.
100.
Oh, Azamoto puts the first max in. He's on throw in these odd-numbered legs, the Japanese, so a chance to keep Humphries at arm's length, at least initially.
Ryusei requires 70.
Well, Humphries got himself back in the leg, but it's a positive start for Azamoto. These are the chances you've got to take. Get yourself a chance to build up a lead. He's missed a couple here, and he is going to return. He needs to get over the line this opening leg. It's only the first leg, but 89. These are important moments when you're the outsider.
Catch on the first leg.
Nicely done, Ryusei Azemoto. No double trouble as yet. Certainly not to the extent that he had in Bahrain. It's only a hold to throw. Very respectful crowd here in Riyadh. Applauding all sorts of scores.
96.
Even a little ripple of applause for a 96.
Ultimate respect
for
the players. Humphries just getting into the swing of things here. Been very routine for the PDC stars, with the exception of Danny Noppert, who fell at the hands of Manlock Long in the opening match of this evening.
$125.
These two have never met before. Nor will Gian van Veen and Motomu Sakai when they meet in the final match of this evening session to determine the last quarter finalists. Double 16 for Humphries.
70.
And he can't level it up quite yet, but he'll be back.
Yeah, plenty of time for Luke in this second leg. Standout displays of the evening, together in Price and Nathan Aspinall, both with ton-plus averages. Ryusei Azemoto finds his second max. Maybe all in vain in terms of the second leg, but he's made a bright start here.
Catch on the second leg, Luke Humphries. Third leg,
so one apiece.
Game.
Puff of the cheeks from Azamoto. I think he felt he was in with a chance there. But you are up against a former world champion. Number 2 in the world.
43.
Always great to hit a max, isn't it? But you wouldn't mind keeping it in reserve for this leg here, Ryusei, because it led to nothing. And Humphries finding his first max. And crucially, at the beginning of a leg for Luke Humphries.
Let's see if he can follow it up. Oh, hang on, wait a minute.
140.
Not quite. He was walking thinking it was in for 6 perfect darts.
Well, he just thought you'd clatter into those 2 darts and he'd get that second max. So unlucky with the 6th dart of the leg, Luke Humphries.
58.
Yeah, that expression tells it all.
Just a reminder, if you're not aware, if you're tuning in late, that if a player hits a 9-dart finish here in Riyadh, not only will they win $100,000, but then they will get a subsequent 10th dart at the bullseye, which if they hit will double their money. The Riyadh season bullseye in effect for the entirety of this tournament.
But whilst we're not going to get treated to the perfect
84.
leg here, this is Luke Humphries making his move against the darts. 12 darts thrown. And tops in hand when Humphries returns.
11 score.
Oh dear, not even down to a finish from 200. And there's tops taken out. Very, very straightforward from Luke Humphries. And a break of throw.
Game.
Averaging just a shade over 100, Luke Humphries. He's managed
140.
118 against Bunting in the Premier League last year as a TV average.
He looks really relaxed, Luke Humphries, and the smile coming back from the hockey there tells you he is
81.
really determined to get this 9-dart leg.
I saw that from Gezi in the last match that you and Mark Wilson did as well, that look in Gezi's eye when he wasn't starting legs perfectly.
They fancy it, don't they? For themselves, for the crowd, for people watching at home.
That's better from Azamoto.
Six.
3 wins on the Asian Tour last year, 5 the year before that for Azamoto.
He's well beaten by James Wade in the World Championships just gone. There's definitely a player in there, work in progress. He'll again use the Asian Tour to fine-tune his performance and hope to make a return to Alexandra Palace. The more you play on those big stages, you're only going to benefit.
That'll soon change to I love darts. Ryusei.
22. 158.
Opening the door for Humphries once again to extend his lead.
Yeah, missed a trick there.
98.
Azamoto
158.
just 158 after that 22 visit. And Humphries looking for the 3rd successive leg, for a little bit of daylight early on in this contest.
Right,
So-
so you require 100.
Half chance here for the Japanese. Treble 20, or maybe single 20 and go tops, depends where it lands. So, tops it is.
Yeah.
Nicely done, Ryusei Azemoto. And suddenly it's 2-2.
Ryusei to throw first.
When he hit that 22 to leave 158, you felt his race was running that leg. That was very neat and tidy. 2 from 4 on the doubles, and he gets that break back. Azamoto puts his match back on throw.
Well, if he can get his average up a few points, then he can cause problems. He's managed an average of well over 90 against Paul Lim at the Asian Championships in this past year. And on the Asian Tour, in one match in Kuala Lumpur, he averaged 111. It's well within him to post big numbers in these short course matches. A race to 6, remember, gets you through to the quarterfinals tomorrow.
100.
First and foremost, he's finishing better than he did in Bahrain at this stage. The task is just stay in touch with Luke Humphries, and at the minute, Azamoto is taking his opportunities. That's got to continue if he's going to cause a real upset here in Riyadh.
Gerwyn Price awaiting the winner.
60. 66.
Don't know what distracted Luke there. Something caught his eye there. Yeah. There's people shifting around at the side of the stage, I think.
100.
Yeah, just a little distraction to the left of Luke Humphries.
135.
Doesn't seem to affect him there, and gets himself down to Shanghai.
Oh, good bullseye from Azamoto. Just to pressurise the Humphries throw, but 120 might still go.
42. Right, so you require 51.
Not what he expected when he approached the Oki there. So 51. Ryusei Azemoto can take the lead here, Mark Webster.
Yeah, and after starting off with a real competitive contest with Manlock Long and Danny Noppert, it's been pretty straightforward in terms of the scoreline since.
31.
How are we going to get some dancing drama here? Missed opportunities for Azamoto.
Get to the 5th leg.
Well, normal service resumed.
6th leg, Luke to throw first.
And a chance goes begging for the Japanese to lead. And that's a break of throw in the end for Luke Humphries.
Yeah, the aggression in that dart tops as well. He didn't even move, just went through the dart, really. But Humphries just getting a grip back on this contest and starting well in this leg.
He's still having a shifty over to the left-hand side of the stage at whatever it was that was disturbing him, just checking that that disturbance is no longer there.
100.
.39 PDC titles to
45.
Luke Humphries' name at the age of 30.
Still not happy, Luke, is he?
No.
Well, try and stay focused here, Luke. It is easy to say from our point of view when distractions are happening, but he just had a little bit of luck in terms of getting back in front. That's a better visit.
Just let it get inside your head, I imagine. You must have had that, Mark, before when you have things distracting you off the stage, and it gets into your head and it affects your game.
Yeah, it can do, and you just need to block it out. And with all Luke Humphries' experience and becoming a multiple major champion, he's got to channel your focus on the board. That seems to be what he's doing here.
But chance for a break back here. Treble 17 would leave the bull. There it is. Bullseye for Azamoto for 3-3. Whisker away.
Great effort. And Humphries may just be restricted to the single dart or double if he can't find a treble. And it's just going to be the one, and it's at tops. And we have some daylight for the first time in the contest. Humphries,
7th leg, right side to throw first.
with that 66 combination, takes himself 2 away from a quarter-final clash with Gerwyn Price.
Just that little bit of extra class and quality when it really, really matters.
59. 59.
So suddenly it's 4-2 when Azamoto had a dart to make it 3-2.
108!
And he's leading the maximum metric, 3-1. Back comes Luke.
140.
Thought he was going to return the favour there, Luke Humphries. Had his celebration already. Not quite there. But for Ryusei, he's just
81.
got to keep that break of throw advantage to Luke Humphries at just one. This gets to a double break, particularly at this stage. You feel his race is run.
98.
So still slight advantage for the Japanese player here. Draws that dart right back to the tip of the nose.
60.
Humphries be eyeing up a two treble visit. There's one. There's two.
140.
He's so good at that. That dart, first dart, didn't look favourable at all to stay on the treble 20s, but he finds a way through. Just missed this on the ball in the previous leg. Not going to get the opportunity here now, Azamoto.
41. 64.
Not even down to a finish. So, on the 16s, Luke Humphries hits the treble for double eight.
Yeah.
Brilliantly done. And all of a sudden, just 501 points away from the quarterfinals, Luke Humphries, and he has the throw in leg 8.
Just at a stage where he thought there was maybe a little bit of jeopardy for Luke Humphries.
93.
Took advantage of missed opportunities from Ryusei Azemoto, and that's the difference here. The finishing's been really on point for Humphries, getting his average now up towards the 97 mark as well.
We've still got the creature to come, Motomu Sakai against Jan van Veen for our final match of this evening's session. Can't find a treble. So Humphries in control. Oh, perfect first start. Oh, well, the flight caught that.
85.
Yeah, lost his way there. See Luke Humphries, ever the perfectionist. 5-2 up with a double break. Not thrilled with that visit of 85.
43.
But still has a firm grip on this contest.
Oof. 29.
Bit of a bag of nails there from Cool Hand.
But it's only a two treble visit here from Azamoto that punishes that rare slip from Luke Humphries. And yeah, he's just looking a bit dispirited now. And Humphries has got a clear run home, you feel, to wrap up victory. He's almost there.
Yeah, Azamoto, well, he's had his chances again, as we've spoken about a number of times tonight with some of the challenges off the Asian Tour. One of whom took his chances perfectly in Manlok Leung, who will be back tomorrow.
96.
But it could be the end of the line for Azamoto here with treble 20 for double 18 for Luke Humphries, and that is that. And Cool Hand makes it look very, very cool indeed to see his way through to the quarterfinals. A 6-2 win over Ryusei Azemoto. Final match of the night on the way.